baby. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna pop a blood vessel in my face. Love Lies Bleeding. Gym manager Lou falls for Jackie, a bodybuilder who, passing through town en route to competition in Las Vegas, causes a whirlwind chain of events to unravel around a love story that turns into a revenge crime thriller.
You'll regret this.
We'll just need to fight back. I'm gonna tell them everything you ever did.
This movie to me was such a great, pleasant surprise. I didn't really have much expectations for this film. I didn't really even have it anticipated. I didn't know it was coming out till like 3 weeks ago. And wow, I was so impressed with this film. This is my kind of movie. A crime, thriller, sexy, but grimy and kind of gross, action, thriller, murder, mystery sort of movie that encompasses this crazy, roided out, muscle bound, muscle builders. Just weird combination, but yet set in the 1980s with this cool soundtrack. Just all these great things that are strange and off-putting and a bit different. But it's told around this love story between these two girls, and what a strange film. On paper, it sounds like it shouldn't work, but it absolutely does.
Some things should work, but do they?
Crime thriller that is engrossing and enthralling. It captivates you the whole time. The performances are amazing. Like Kristen Stewart, give this woman an Oscar at some point. She deserves it. This is one of my favorite performances from her in the last 8-9 years, and considering the work that she's done in the last 8-9 years, that is saying a lot, because she's chosen some really cool roles, some really interesting projects, and this to me might be one of the best ones she has ever done. Bravo! Katy O'Brien in this film is unreal as Jackie. What a performance, what a physical performance, but also a great emotionally depth performance that is so cool and captivating to watch. It's hard to take your eyes off of her when she is on screen. I absolutely loved her in this movie. She might have been the actual breakout part and the breakout star of this film. Then there's some other great performances, from Dave Franco, who just plays an absolute scumbag, sleazebag in this film. Such a great job. Ed Harris is creepy and strange and totally off-putting and just, what a great performance from Ed Harris. I always forget every time I see him in a film. I'm like, God, Ed Harris is so damn good. Just so convincing. The director and writer did a fantastic job hiring great actors and penning a script and directing them and shooting this movie and making it look so cool but so grimy and dirty at the same time. I thought she had an amazing execution of this film. Visually, it is so cool to look at. Such a bizarre film at times and definitely is abstract in moments, but it works. It doesn't take you out of the film. It actually enhances the character development, enhances how we see this person or how we see their world through their eyes. The tone, the style, the feel of this film being set in the late 80s, the costumes and the production design and the music and just all of it is so much fun, so nostalgic, but also well crafted and not just a cheap, junky sort of film. And it's a fable. It's like a fantasy sort of love story revenge, and it's not meant to be taken literal. It's meant to be a little bit abstract and a bit off-putting at times, but I love that kind of stuff. Being told in an hour and 44 minutes, this movie just blows by. To me, that's great filmmaking. That is amazing directing. And with the performances on top, this is definitely a film that people need to check out. There are some times where I was like, what's the point of this movie? It's a lot of violence at times and that's cool, but where is it kind of going in the end? Is it about love? Is it about the sacrifices that we make for love? I'm not quite sure what the themes or what sort of the overall story was trying to tell.
What is going on in here?
But wow, was I on the edge of my seat for the majority of this film. I was so curious to see where this was going to go and the characters and the relationships between them. Definitely worth going to check out in the theaters. I don't know if it's playing for much longer, but I highly, highly, highly recommend people go and check out Love Lies Bleeding. I think this is one of my favorite films of the year so far. This might even somehow creep into my top 10 films of 2024. I have nothing but a lot of love and respect for Love Lies Bleeding.
I got nothing but love for you, brother.
What did you think of Love Lies Bleeding? Is this a film that you love? Is this your kind of genre? Or were you kind of taken aback and this isn't really your cup of tea? Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. So I'm going to go ahead and give, for me, one of my favorite films of the year so far, one of the entertaining films of the year so far, and kind of one of the scariest films of the year so far. I'm going to go ahead and give this movie, Love Lies Bleeding, an A-. Thank you so much for checking out Mr. Teach Film Preach. Come back and check out some other video reviews such as Madam Web and Dune Part 2. Have a great day, everyone. Stay focused, stay awesome, and as always, let's get taught.